Hello, I'm Ivan, and my goal is just to get young men disciplined through the learning of language. And what I'm going to be talking about today is just the reason why you still can't understand or speak English yet. So before starting real quick, just go to the description, DM me on Instagram if you want to get a free PDF on how to learn languages, how to learn, and how to get disciplined. Like literally, that's it. When you should listen to me? Well, I'm literally talking to you in English, and I have done more than 35 videos on the topics of like learning English, how meditation can help you, how to get more discipline on language acquisition, like those kind of things. And I think that my body just tells you how disciplined I am. Actually, I am learning Japanese right now. I have like 9 to 10 months in of learning Japanese, but I am actually kind of lazy and I don't want to make this part that long for you to not get bored. So, like, yeah, why you can't understand English? Well, there's a couple of reasons why this happens. You don't watch that much things in English, your vocabulary is not that good, and you keep studying the language instead of finding a use for it. So, I'm going to be going to for on this one. So, you don't watch that much things in English. So, what do I mean by this? You're literally just not consuming the language that you want to learn, and actually this applies to whatever language that you want to learn. So maybe you're wanting to learn German, Italian, I don't know, Russian, whatever language. You're just not watching anything on the language or not that much things on the language for you to actually get good on understanding how the language works, how people talk, on those kind of things. And this could be for a couple of reasons. Maybe you don't like that much the language, maybe you don't need it that much as well. So like you need to really evaluate why you're learning the language. Maybe you want to get a job and you really need it, and maybe that's it. That is a reason why you still can't understand. And maybe there is a reason of you to actually learn a language. Maybe you actually do not want to learn English, and that is completely fine. And you actually should go and learn another language that you actually are interested in. Maybe you really do like German, and then just go and learn German. That's kind of it, honestly. So, yeah, the second thing is that your vocabulary is not that good. Yeah, maybe we can argue that the accent that they are using, like maybe there is from the UK, maybe it's an Hindu accent, maybe it's, I don't know, a Russian, an accent from Alaska. Like, we can argue that those accents are kind of more difficult than the normal American one. But actually, it's just that your vocabulary is not that good, brother. Like, you need to actually go and improve your vocabulary. Go and actually improve your vocabulary while you are, I don't know, reading and while you are listening. Like, literally, that's all you need to do. And for you to improve your vocabulary, for example, I am studying Japanese right now. When I'm watching anime, for you, this could be, I don't know, a video or a series. But when I'm watching anime, I'm just literally, uh, I I don't know, a word that I don't know pops up, right? And then I just go and watch the meaning of that word and I just write it on a paper. That's everything that I do to actually learn the language. And yeah, that's actually everything that I do to actually get more vocabulary and like understand what the fuck, what in what situation the like the characters are, and that's it. The third thing is that you keep studying the language instead of finding a use for it. So, what do you mean by this? You should find a use for the language because you are actually just studying the language because you want, but you really don't need or don't want to actually start using the language. For example, for me, my like my best priority when it comes to learning English is just that I can make these videos to actually teach people. But imagine if I am talking to you in English and you can't understand me. Well, I should actually just start improving my speaking to actually, for actually you to understand me. So yeah, like that is my best use. Like, yeah, that is my best use for actually understanding, for actually starting to speak English. So yeah, you can actually notice that I stutter a lot. Like I use these videos to actually improve my speaking in English whilst I teach. and if something happened, then let's go. So yeah, I think that the best things to actually learn a language are reading and listening. Listening is actually the most easy one, and reading is just the most kind of the boring one. But when you do get good at reading, it's just much more fun. So, well, I forgot to mention another thing that I do with English is just that for listening, I actually do watch, do listen to a lot of podcasts, and for reading, I do read kind of a very good amount, so amount of books. Not that much right now because I'm learning Japanese, but when I was learning uh, English, uh, I actually was reading a lot of books. That's actually another point. I was learning English. I am not learning English right now. I'm actually using English, and that's how you're going to get good on the language. If you stop learning the language that you want to actually acquire, then it's much better for you because you are just going to be using it and you're just naturally going to get better. That's another point that I forgot to actually put in the presentation. So, yeah. Now, if you can't speak your language, that's because of just one reason, not doing anything to get good at it. So I found that people who actually don't get good at speaking whatever language that you want to get good at speaking German, Italian, English, that's because they just don't have a reason to get good on the language. And that's kind of it, like they just don't have a reason. So find a reason. Like literally just find a reason. So for me, my reason is just to literally make these videos. Maybe you actually do want to make a channel in which you teach people things, and by doing that, you actually improve your speaking on the language that you want to learn. Like, no one is going to say anything to you on that, and maybe for on the first, I don't know, 50 videos, no one is going to watch your videos, and you can actually practice for free making videos in which you are going to tell people things, and that's it. Maybe you actually start making a video. Well, I thought that that this topic was actually interesting, so I wanted to talk about this topic in this video, and that's it. That's actually all you fucking do. So another thing, yeah, I mean, just find a fucking reason. Maybe you want to get that work that you want to learn and that you want to actually have, and they pay you really well, but you need to learn Russian. Well, then that's a fucking good reason to actually get good at speaking. If you can do it and you are not really shy, you actually should go to speak with natives of the language that you want. When you actually do have a pretty, like, kind of decent level for you to actually understand what he is saying you, and you can actually answer some things to what he's saying to you. Now, another thing to actually get good at speaking, which not much people talk about, is just to read books out aloud. And this works really well for people that are shy. And this is actually one thing that I am doing right now to actually get good at speaking in English. Like, coupled with these videos, I actually do read out loud aloud for some time. And that's actually some of the things that I do. Like, I actually record these videos. It's like for me to record these videos and the videos like getting on a good quality, let's say, it takes me like a repetition and repetition and repetition on the video. For example, for this video I had to repeat, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times the presentation on the video, like when I'm saying to you here uh, this thing on like, hello, I'm Ivan, and well, I had to repeat that thing like 7 times for me to actually record this video. So yeah, just go, like, I was getting out of the point. Just go and like literally read books aloud for 1 or 2 hours a day. For shy people, I will say that that is the best thing, and you will notice that you get fucking good progress. Like, you will get fucking good progress. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to go to my Instagram and DM me there. Thank you.